After $1 billion hailstorm hits an area, your focus should be on running your business, not on insurance claims. We have helped streamline the insurance process for hundreds of roofing contractors across the U.S., and we can do it for yours too. Visit us online at c3adjusters.com and learn how we can help you save time and get claims paid faster.
What the heck? Where'd I go? Hang on, guys. There we are. Okay, that was weird. I apparently disappeared there, guys. But anyway, here we are with their Friday edition of the Daily 12 p.m. Hail Forecast. Me, lead meteorologist John Jacquet here today. No special guest. This video is sponsored by C3 Group. Check them out in the description below. We're going to have a bunch to talk about today. There's actually some storms ongoing at the moment, and a couple storms earlier this morning. It looks like we should have some activity through the remainder of this afternoon and evening, and possibly yet again into the overnight hours. Poor Frank is pretty much turning into an all-nighter person for this past week. So with that, let's just make sure you guys download the app if you haven't already. It's on the App Store, Google Play Store, wherever else apps for smartphones are available. You can watch the video on the app while you do your work. You can press on the lightning bolt. It'll bring up the video in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. And if you want to see it in full screen mode, you're a little more interested in just listening and seeing all of our graphics, you can click on it, rotate landscape mode, brings it up full screen. And of course, you can set up notifications as well. I highly encourage it, especially when storms are ongoing, and especially during like a holiday weekend. If any surprise storms go up, you don't want to miss it. So notification options on your account, your Hailtrace account on your desktop computer. You cannot set this up on the app. You got to do it on your computer. And you can go and click on 3 different ways you can get your notifications. Most popular is on the app. And of course, you can get it on email on your desktop computer as well. And you can customize it to city areas, multiple different city areas, multiple different states, or the entire country, and Canada and Australia. So with that, we're jumping into that forecast for today. We have, again, activity going on right now. We sent golf ball size hail happen in Ellsworth, Wisconsin, which is right in there. That happened a little bit ago, and that storm, I think, is now beginning to weaken. I don't know, I'm mapping and doing this, so the map is going to take a little 15-minute break before I continue. We have 2 different areas we're looking at for this afternoon, this evening, and into the overnight hours, where it looks like we're going to see some storms form up in northern sections of Minnesota and far eastern sections of North Dakota, up to golf ball, maybe up to 2-inch size hail possible. With any of these storms that form, I have a 5% for Fargo. I think most of the storms are going to form to the east of the North Dakota border, so a lot of northern sections of Minnesota will probably see some isolated supercells. I have 2% for Minneapolis. I think most of the storms are going to stay to your north. Same for Sioux Falls. I think most of the storms will stay to your north or to your south. We have another area here. We've got the 2 10% areas that we're looking at from Omaha to Des Moines, up to tennis ball size hail is possible. This is much more conditional risks. Only why I got 10% for you guys on this one. I think if we can get enough clearing out this evening, we could see some pretty nasty storms form after about 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. This could turn into an overnight risk. This could be where a lot of the overnight storms could happen. If storms don't form this evening, they could also form late tonight after about midnight, with more overnight and into the next daybreak risk for your Saturday early morning. But that 10% is there, and if anything can really get going, we get good clearing, get good setup, all the ingredients are in place for some pretty big hail if that occurs. Obviously, we will do any sort of live coverage if any storms happen at not some ungodly hour. And just do those hail dances, cross those fingers. Maybe Omaha or Des Moines or even both could get some big hail this evening. I'm going to show you guys the models now. Let me step out of the way to where most of the activity is going to form. You see across Minnesota a lot of isolated supercells, and then right towards the end of the run here you see other storms trying to form. That's going to be almost like 2 in the morning. But big question is down in this area. This particular model run has the storms form just to the east of Omaha. We'll see. There's been flip-flopping kind of on that potential So we'll see how that occurs. I think there could be some pretty gnarly storms up in northern Minnesota. Unfortunately, that is not where most of the population's at. You guys obviously want the Minneapolis area to get blasted, but we'll see how things progress through the afternoon and into this evening. Moving forward to your Saturday, we have a risk for hail everywhere from Chicago all the way back to possibly even towards far eastern Colorado. But it looks like storms, right as they develop, they'll have a chance for some pretty big hail before it turns into a kind of a messy cluster with less hail possible. So places like Rockford, Illinois, down through most of central and southern Iowa, and possibly even as far west as Omaha, could see some storms with hail up to golf ball size for your first day of September and the beginning of this holiday weekend. And with that holiday weekend, there won't be any videos tomorrow or Sunday or Monday, mainly because I'm going to be in an area with cruddy internet, and Derek's going to be in an area with no internet. And so it's really going to keep that that ability to do videos down near zero. We'll still have forecast graphics out for you guys, but that limitation there with our internet makes it so doing a video is kind of hard. Jack's asking any chance for hail in DFW for first part of this next week. Does not look likely at all. So most of this hail risk is way too far to your north. So that's what we're looking at for tomorrow, showing the models here. There's going to be that period briefly where they're isolated before they get all messy. So there's that chance you could see some pretty big hail right when storms initially develop. In terms of the Chicago area, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a storm or two drop some quarter-size hail in the evening hours. However, I would not put too much hope into that one. So moving forward to that 5-day, since this is the last video that we're going to do until the end of this holiday weekend, C3 Group sponsoring this 5-day forecast, obviously today and tomorrow. Sunday also has a chance up with some golf ball size hail, 5% chance of a 3-star map better. It looks like it's going to be focused a little bit more into Iowa. Monday, the risk goes down. So Labor Day, I think, should be nice for most folks. I don't think there's going to be any really big storms that happen on Labor Day itself. And then moving forward to Tuesday, things start getting a little muddled. Looks a little harder. All the main forcing mechanisms for big-time storms are going to be up in Canada. Big ridge is going to be forming. That's going to keep the risk a little more minimum. There will be a risk, I'm sure, somewhere on Tuesday. It's just with all the rain and everything happening, it's a little hard to see this far out. And with that, I'll show you guys the look-ahead map. So you here on Sunday, all of Iowa into western sections of Wisconsin, all the way through to possibly down as far south as Kansas City and Omaha for your Sunday, up to golf ball size hail with any of those. Monday, we focus in more to basically just Iowa for your Monday, and I think the hail size is going to be much smaller as well. And then uncertainty is a little too high on Tuesday. The risk might be somewhere in this region again. The only problem is if there's too much rain and clouds and everything to muddle everything up from Monday, makes Tuesday very challenging to see. But we will be back on Tuesday at 12 p.m. with the return of our daily hail forecast videos. You can still check us out on Facebook, and make sure you follow us and hit see first so you don't miss our posts of the forecast for the day. I'm sure since we will be kind of unavailable for the holiday weekend, and somebody will probably get blasted, and we'll try to do what we can if need be for this weekend. But if you hit see first, you won't miss our post of the forecast with a written description of what to expect each day through this holiday weekend. So just check that out. It'll be right at the top of your news feed if you do click on see first when you follow us. So you can just look at that, see the forecast, and continue on with your holiday weekend. And give us a call, email us, or visit our website at hailtrace.com. You can message us on intercom on hailtrace.com. It's a little thing in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Click on that speech bubble, and it'll send a message out to everyone on staff. Probably the preferred method to contacting us this weekend. Again, since it is a holiday weekend, we will try to get back to you as quickly as we can, especially if any sort of large storms happen. We'll be more readily available for that. So if you have any other comments, questions, and concerns, feel free to comment in the video description video here below, or you can contact us in one of the ways here on the screen. I hope you guys have a great weekend, great holiday extended weekend. Go and have a barbecue, enjoy those waning days of summer, unless you live south of probably I-70, where summer continues till possibly as late as November if you're down in central Texas. Otherwise, we'll see you again on Tuesday at 12 p.m. for our daily hail forecasts. But if any storms do happen today, we'll be back for live coverage as well. So maybe do a hail dance, cross those fingers, and maybe we'll be back later this evening for some live coverage. And if not, I'll see you again on Tuesday at 12 p.m. Shout out once again to C3 Group for sponsoring these videos. They have a link to their page in the description below here on Facebook. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you again on Tuesday.